simple living, clean eating and healing. My Ayurveda retreat was all of this and so much more. Hi everyone and welcome to SugarSpiceNice. My name is Sweda and in this video I am in Mysuru, Karnataka for an Ayurveda retreat. My reason for doing this is giving myself a break from my routine, being in nature. I chose Indus Valley Ayurvedic Centre in Mysuru and I'm going to take you through all the therapies I did, the food I ate and basically my experience of living here for 7 days. This place offers Ayurvedic therapies and every line of treatment is decided as per the dosha or body constitution of every individual. Everything starts with the resident doctor's consult and sometimes they might even ask you for your medical history or reports. Once the doctor sits with you and analyzes your health, the line of treatment is decided. And it includes physical activity, food, therapies and of course rest. To be honest, I was actually keen to experience Panchakarma. Panchakarma requires 14 to 21 days and I'm here only for 7 days, which is a tad bit shorter time. And my doctor recommended, after analyzing my health and overall body constitution, that I go in for a partial Panchakarma this time. This would include enema or basti and Nasya treatment. This is the first day of my 7-day retreat here at IVAC. My day has started with a really amazing breakfast. There was fruit, there was oats dosa, which I absolutely love with all of the veggies and stuff inside. They make it nice, fresh, piping hot. Thoroughly enjoyed it. And there's also Kanchipuram idli. I'm very grateful for being able to have tea here because sometimes when you're taking therapy and stuff, you cannot have tea that day, but I did get to have tea right now. The next thing in the day is a consultation with my doctor, after which we decided what are the things that I'm going to be doing today. So here, the first thing that I'm doing is a steam. As you guys can probably figure from my voice, I do have a slight runny nose because it got cold last night. This steam therapy followed by adding some medicated drops in the nose. This is just to help me with my runny nose. The lunch buffet variety here is quite good, a very hearty, wholesome spread. So there are two kinds of soups. This one is a beetroot and tomato rasam. Extremely tangy, not too fiery, but something that I thoroughly enjoyed, especially for my cold. And this is a snake gourd soup. It was a hard time having this because the flavor is exactly like snake gourd and there's no other seasoning. Next thing that I got is palak rice. So this is sort of a palak pulao. Very flavorful, can be enjoyed by itself. Then I had this moong dal with lauki in it, bottle gourd. Extremely healthy again. And then I had something which is not just good for health but is also very tasty. So this is raw papaya stir fried of sorts. The temperings in this are chana dal, urad dal, mustard seeds, curry patta, curry leaves, and it's also garnished with a little bit of coconut. So tasty. There was also arbi fry, which was okay, I didn't enjoy it that much. The next thing that I ate was the ragi roti. This is made fresh right in front of you. This I had with yam chettinad. So this is like a very home style tomato gravy with pieces of yam in it. And I love the gravy, the yam not so much. Finally ended this meal with a little portion, you can see the portion size of the sweet dish. So this is sweet pumpkin halwa. I think it had a little something also, maybe a little bit of rava because it had a very nice texture, but otherwise the taste was mainly pumpkin. That was lunch and now I'm basically chilling, walking around for a bit because in some time I have to go for my second therapy. So the treatment that I'm getting done today is called Udvartana. Udvartana is a dry powder massage. They sometimes might mix it with a little bit of warm oil, like in my case they did. Before the therapy starts, there is a prayer.
Yo purva vaidhyaya namostu tasmai.
So this therapy basically starts with soaking your feet in warm water and a head massage and a neck massage. In my hair right now they're using warm oil, massaging it all through the scalp, and this is not like those relaxing massages. This is a little bit more rigorous, and even the neck massage feels the same way. For the whole body they use the powder. Now this is a powder which is concocted with different herbs, and they have added a slight bit of warm oil to it, and this is very vigorously rubbed all through the body. This is done, then with that entire powder on, you're supposed to get into the steam box. And this entire therapy is meant to remove toxins from the body, remove dead skin, make skin more soft, more supple. This is like a preparatory treatment before you end up going for a more serious therapy like Panchakarma. Entire thing I think lasted about 1 to 1.5 hours, including a shower. And after this, I feel like literally a brand new person. They did apply a little bit of Rasna Churan on my head, and after the therapy they made me sip on warm water. There's no such a precaution, at least for me. After this I just have to have an early and a light dinner. And here every night they have this mini buffet of sorts, just like all the other meals. I'm starting with moong dal rasam, and this in this cold weather and with my cold is just so good. The next thing I'm having is palak soup. Now I really tried to like this, and it was actually pretty good, but just that the rasam was way more tastier than this. And next I have a plate full of some of my favorite things. During lunch we did get a little bit of sweet dish, but during dinner there is no sweet dish. And since I'm on a detoxification regime, I have to have these 2 tablets after dinner to help with the process. And one of the main ingredients in this is Triphala, which is very good for purifying the body and getting rid of any toxins. So after this, I'm going to call it a night and see you guys tomorrow. Good morning, you guys. Welcome to another day at IVAC, and today I have started my day with such an amazing breakfast. And after breakfast I actually moved on to a yoga class. This yoga class focused a lot on breath work, on pranayama. So there are different times at which you can attend yoga class here, and today I have to attend 2 actually, so this is the first one. And the class started with a few deep breaths followed by an intense prayer. We then moved on to the pranayamas, and we started with Bhastrika. Then we moved on to alternate nostril breathing or Anulom Vilom, and we did a few other pranayamas in between as well. And finally there was Shavasana. This was by far the most relaxed I've been in a very long time, because this was a guided method to induce extreme relaxation. Like they literally called out every body part, and consciously we were made to relax it. And now that the session is done, I'm about to head inside to lunch. So this is the dining hall, and food timings here are extremely sacred, and like they follow it to the T. So lunch timing is 12:30 to 2:15 p.m. So I better head inside because I have therapy happening next. We have 2 options of like soup and stuff every day. So today there's tomato soup and green gram rasam, and I'm just like stuck because I think I like both of them a lot. I'll start with the green gram rasam. And since I know I'm going to be trying tomato soup, might as well just take it now. Interesting thing about this restaurant is that they have a color of the day, and the tablecloth, the napkin, and even the dress code of the staff is basis that color. So today the color of the day is red, which is why everything around me is also red. Now let's just try the rasam first. This is slightly more fiery than the other rasams that I've had here, but it's green gram, which I'm assuming is moong. It's definitely got a bit of that tanginess, a little bit of sourness, which is probably from tomato or tamarind. There's also little bits of garlic, tempering of mustard and cumin, but it's a very mild tempering. It's probably the most home-style tomato soup I've seen in a very long time. Tastes like that too. It's probably slightly balanced with a hint of sugar or something sweet, but there's no thickening agent in it whatsoever. I think for me, between the tomato soup and the rasam is a clear winner today. Table mats are also pretty interesting. There's some piece of health information on them, usually related to ingredients, and today, since we had green gram rasam, and luckily I got the same table mat, we know the benefits. So this is what this spread looks like almost on a daily basis. Papad is there in all meals, and it's roasted papad. There's also coconut chutney, which is present in all meals, and this is the station where they prepare fresh roti or dosa or something. During lunchtime they have ragi roti and regular wheat chapati, and in the evening you'll get regular chapati and rice roti. Even buttermilk is something that is served with all meals. This is the papad that I've been loving here. So the reason this papad looks different is because it's actually horse gram papad. And another thing that's there every day is like this assortment of ghee, podi, pickle, a little bit of oil as well. I actually checked with the chef. This is ridge gourd chutney, which is this cauliflower palya. I think it's cauliflower and some moong dal. Palya is a local language for poriyal or sabzi. This is raw banana sabzi. Then we have a carrot goju, which means a carrot curry. Very, very interesting. We have pancharangi dal. I think 5 different ingredients maybe. Starting with the ragi chapati, the banana sabzi. It's raw banana tossed with a little bit of dal and onion and tomatoes. Not the highest on flavor, but definitely an extremely nutritious dish. Now we have cauliflower sabzi. This one also has a little bit of chana dal in it. Very, very simple tempering, just a little bit of mustard, cumin and curry leaves. I personally love cauliflower, so I'm enjoying this. And chana dal is just adding like that right flavor. Trying some carrot curry. This is sweet. I don't think I've ever had like a sole carrot sabzi in itself. I'll try the dal, but I always need a little bit of lime with dal. I think this is like 4 or 5 different kinds of grains together. Very home style, not too thick, not too thin. A little bit of onion. Very, very simple, but that's what soul food is all about. If there's one thing that I was not expecting, it was this ridge gourd chutney. I think ridge gourd is turi, and I've never really tried a turi chutney. Probably that and coconut together, because I can definitely taste the coconut, but this is probably one of the best ways to have ridge gourd. And this papad I haven't been able to put down ever since I got here. Horse gram papad. The other one that they have is very heavy on pepper. It's not fried, but it's extremely crunchy. Usually there are 2 different kinds of rice dishes. One is like a plain boiled rice. This is red rice, it's the thicker rice. There's some kind of a pulao or something like that. And today they have bisi bile bhat. This is like one of my favorite things to eat. Super excited for this, and because bisi bile bhat is usually on the slightly spicier side, they do have a little bit of sweet dish as well. So I'm getting myself 1 portion of ragi halwa as well. I think the easiest way to explain this is spiced rice with a bit of vegetables, and it's not that spicy. And there's carrot in it, there's a bit of pumpkin, and there's also French beans. There is like a strong masala aftertaste that I can feel, but it's not something that's burning up my throat or causing any hiccups even. It's finally time for ragi halwa. Every day in lunch they have some form of sweet dish, and it's usually like a healthy-ish version of a sweet dish, mostly made from some form of vegetable or grain or millet or something. And today there's ragi halwa. There is a good amount of ghee in it. You know, the kind of sweet dish where you don't feel overly heavy or overly like stuffed after eating. It's that type. Today's therapy we started with Udvartana, which is basically the same dry powder massage that we did yesterday, but today we focused on the midsection and the lower body. The next treatment that I'm going for is Nasya. Nasya is a step in the Panchakarma treatment. Honestly, this is like the best time for me to be doing it because I already have a cold, and this as a treatment also helps clear sinuses and mucus and stuff like that. So the treatment actually begins with a head massage, and this can be a dry head massage or one with oil. I chose to do a dry one today. This was followed by steam. Steam helps clear the mucus and open the nasal passages. And after taking steam for about 5 to 7 minutes, it's time to lie down and take a face massage. And this is a face massage that again helps in clearing out the sinuses. After that, they added the same medicated drops to my nose, which is good for the cold. I did this yesterday as well. So yesterday was 3 drops, today is 4 drops. After that, it was time for Karna Dhumapana. This is a cloth which has been dried in the sun and infused with a lot of herbs and Ayurvedic powders and stuff. And then this is lit on one side. And through a funnel, they direct the smoke inside the ear, which is a great way to again clear out any kind of blockages that you may have because of cold, cough, phlegm. And this initially felt a little bit too warm, but once I got used to the temperature, it feels extremely soothing. So this happened on both the sides of the ears. And then it was time to take the smoke in through the nose. This as a therapy I have done earlier, but this is a little bit more detailed because this also included the ears. Through the nose it does feel a little bit more harsh, especially after the drops, because I feel like the insides of my nose are like a little bit sensitive right now. This was followed by a step which I absolutely disliked. It was gargling, and this is basically a medicated concoction of haritaki, Bibitaki and Amlaki, and these three herbs together help in getting rid of any kind of throat infection, any congestion, and this is one part of the process which may not be the most appealing, but it is part of the treatment. I am not supposed to be eating anything for half an hour to 1 hour, and I'm supposed to rest it out for an hour, so that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. I'm actually feeling really good after the treatment. That burning sensation on like the inside of my nose is kind of subsided. It's not that leaky anymore. I feel like my sinuses and all have cleared, so I think the treatment is already working. So today is the third day of my Ayurveda retreat here at IVAC. In the morning after breakfast, if there's one thing that I've been loving doing is walking on grass. As you guys know, whenever I'm in a place which has even the slightest bit of grass or greenery, this is what I enjoy. And I've been doing that without fail every single day here. And I started my day with breakfast followed by consultation. Then I went in for my therapies. So today's therapies were also Udvartana, more localized towards the belly and the thighs area, followed by Nasya to help me clear my nasal congestion. And the reason that they are following these therapies so regularly is because I have a cold. They want to go slow on the bodily treatment so as to not cause any more stress to my body. This is the line of treatment that the doctor here has decided for me. Apart from the treatments and the food, I think it's even this environment which is like working for me totally. Just being in the middle of this kind of greenery with so many trees around. I mean, I can see so many coconut trees. I've also heard that there are about 120 sandalwood trees here, and then there are various other ones that give that beautiful relaxing aroma whenever you're passing by. Just being in this kind of an environment heals you, and I truly feel that nature is the best healer. This entire part, not only can I hear too many birds and stuff, but there's also like a slight aroma in the air. I can't put a finger as to what kind of fragrance it is, but it is very soothing. So we are officially on day 4 of my stay here. Absolutely loving this bliss. I mean, just look at where I am. I started the day with such a beautiful breakfast. I had this beetroot dosa. It was actually like a pinkish reddish colored dosa with like veggies inside. Then I moved on to my daily consult with the doctor, and then I had lunch. In lunch today, there was this thing called garlic rasam, which I don't know, I didn't enjoy that much. I like the other rasams better, but there was a veg pulao which I loved. There was a beetroot sabzi that I absolutely loved. Got through the lunch really quickly because I had to get ready for my treatments today, and today the doctor said I could actually do a full body Udvartana. So this is like my 4th Udvartana here, and this is like a full body rigorous scrub. As I showed you guys earlier, we followed the exact same steps, got some steam as well, and then followed it up with the Nasya treatment, which is further helping me clear my nasal and my throat congestion. Today the doctor told me I'm going to get my first enema, and I have never really done an enema in my life, so I'm a little like you know, that nervous excited because I know it's good for me, but I haven't done it. That's why nervous. So that's what I'm going through at the moment. From what I hear, enema is really beneficial for anybody who's going through the detoxification process. So that's going to happen after dinner, because of which I have to eat an early dinner today. So let me take you guys for a quick dinner. So I think I told you guys about the color of the day, and today it is maroon. Starting my dinner with coriander rasam. I don't know why, I feel like I had coriander rasam earlier over here and it didn't look the same, but this is like super duper green. It's almost feeling like palak rasam or something. It's less tangy and I can actually feel that coriander. This is just feeling like coriander soup and not rasam, because it's just not got that rasam wala feel. Like I can't see that much of a tempering, I can't see curry leaf. The other soup that they have today is cabbage soup. Much as I tried, I couldn't get myself to trying it out. So this is what the dinner spread looks like. It's set exactly how the lunch is. There's a mixed veg gravy and usually it's a coconut based gravy and I end up skipping it. I really like having the dal at night. Another thing that I enjoy is having their khichdi. Light, a very wholesome, a very hearty khichdi because it's also got a lot of veggies. So we have a red rice khichdi of sorts. I don't think there's any dal in it, and of course there's boiled rice. This is what comfort in a plate looks like. There's khichdi, there's pickle. Realize they've done so many different pappars here. And now for the combo that I love, I literally take this much pickle, so don't come at me for having pickle here with my bite of khichdi. This feels good. Let's try the dal as well. It's a very light dal. The other days they've had one with garlic and stuff, but this one is super light, super home style. The dal has a very simple and basic tempering of jeera and mustard, of cumin and mustard, and it's got a little bit of tomato inside, and I think it's probably moong dal, yellow moong dal. It's feeling so good. So now I'm going to be having rice roti with a little bit of coconut chutney. Every serving bowl has this amount of tempering, which is so cool because this tempering flavor in a chutney is everything. I'm glad to see that they're not skimping on it. And this is my rice roti. It's really thin and it's very hot to touch, and it's got a little bit of shredded carrot, coriander for flavoring. Rice roti and coconut chutney is a combo that I love. If there's one ritual that I've been following every night after dinner, it's actually walking around. Not like a brisk walk, but just a nice slow walk to help me digest my meal better and also experience all of like the freshness in the air and the coolness of the weather. The sky is also really clear. You can see the stars shimmering and sparkling. This is a sight that has been there every night and I've been enjoying it. Good morning and welcome to day 5 of my stay here. But first I have to tell you about my enema treatment that happened last night. The reason they've done it on day 4 is because the body needs some time to be able to prepare for it with the right diet, the right therapies and the right environment as well. In this, a very small amount of medicated oil is pushed up through the rectum with the help of a tube of sorts. Before this happens, actually, they start with a very mild abdominal massage. So just like a couple of minutes of that, and then they also use the heating pad to kind of provide heat and warmth to the area. Then they use a longish hard pillow for a bit of elevation, and then this oil is administered. Once the oil is administered, you lie down for 45 minutes. During those 45 minutes, you have to try to retain the oil. If this is the first time, you might get an urge to use the washroom to clear your bowels. But if that's not happening, then you can retain it as long as possible. So that is how the procedure happens. I think I was pretty okay. I didn't feel uneasy or uncomfortable at all. And I did end up going to the loo after a couple of hours. So I think the treatment went pretty well for me. And now I'm going to be heading to breakfast. I think one very simple thing, but a very important one that I'm going to be missing after I go back is this water. So they provide this herbed water everywhere here and with every meal, and sometimes it's served a little bit more warmer than usual, especially in the morning and in the night when it's like kind of cold. Not like that mild taste which it takes a while of getting used to. We have 2 seating options. All of the other meals I've shown you inside, but during the morning time you can actually sit outside. And today I found a table and there's good sunlight. I'll be enjoying my dosa. Different dosa every single day of the week. Today is a palak one, masala inside. Now their masala is different. It's not aloo ka masala, it's actually just grated veggies. It took me a couple of days to realizing that that's what masala means here. Flavor of palak is not too strong, it's just like the color that you can figure, but the masala inside is what I've started enjoying in the dosa. I think I'm also going to be doing this. Grated carrot, a little bit of onion, tomato and coconut. Makes for such a good tasty dosa or uttapam filling, even idli filling. I have upma today. I have not had upma here, I think, not on this visit at least. So here it is. It's nice. The tempering is really simple, but it's feeling slightly dry for me. Probably I should have it with the sambar. With the sambar, it's really good. Just got up and got my fruit of the day. Fruit is something that I normally start my day with.
But here I'm actually eating something warm, getting that warmth in my system, and then going in for fruit. Sometimes I also eat fruit like after an hour as per the doctor's recommendations. So today I thought of taking you with me because I really wanted to see how is it and where is it that they prepare some of the things that they are using for therapies. Now they use different kind of ingredients during therapies, and some of them are in the form of decoction, some of them are in the form of oils, some of them are just like whole herbal powders, lapes and stuff, and apparently all of this is made in-house. Actually inside the facility where all of their essential oils and things like that are prepared, something that they're preparing for a treatment called Dhanya Amritdhara. Let me just show you the ingredients that are used in making the concoction for that one treatment. So there is poha, rice flakes, millet, kodo millet, regular white rice, fresh lime, there's ajwain, there's horse gram, and there's ginger. We're going to take all of this and make a potli and show us. Everything is taken in the exact same quantity. So this is the potli of one of the ingredients. Similarly, potlis are made from all of the ingredients that I just showed you, and then they go in this big vessel where they're all simmered together in boiling water. So I'm actually putting in one of the potli in right now. So the method that they follow is that all of these potlis simmer here for 7 days. That's how long it takes for that one concoction to get ready. And after 7 days, the water in which all of these things are boiled is used for the Dhanya Amritdhara treatment. I think the Dhanya Amritdhara treatment is where this special herbed water is allowed to flow on different parts of the body depending on where you're getting treatment for. This is Kashaya, another decoction for some other therapies. So these are different medicinal leaves and herbs. There's neem, there's irandale, moringa leaf as well, and a few others. And these are heated together, and this is what goes in the potli for the potli treatment. It's actually like this medicinal herbal aroma that's filling the room. The more they are getting heat, the more that aroma is like becoming stronger. Now they're adding a little bit of oil to it, and you can hear the sizzle probably. And you can see that the leaves have kind of changed their color slightly. And now they're adding coconut. So they've got the coconut in the shell itself. So after the coconut, now they're adding turmeric powder here. And turmeric though is known for its healing benefits, both internally and externally. So now they've turned off the stove and they're adding lemon, squeezing the lemon and getting the juice out. And I think they'll make around 8 potlis, and for that they've added these many ingredients including 2 lemons. So now they're actually making the potli. Potli is smaller in size as compared to the one that we saw previously, and this is the one that is used in the potli treatment. This is a smaller potli and it's already feeling like so good. It's slightly warm and it's got that little oil, and I hope I get some therapy with this. So this here is something known as a lepa or a lape, and this is used for treating any kind of inflammation or swelling in certain areas of the body. It's made from fresh drumstick leaves, and it does have that fresh, very fresh fragrance. I'm seeing red rice, which is used in a treatment called Sashtika Shali Pindan Sweda. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. And this is red rice which grows in 60 days. Rice is boiled with medicated decoction and milk. Then it looks like this. It's a little bit sticky, a little bit mushy. And then this is put into potlis the same way that we saw them making those potlis, and it's given for treatment. The amount of natural ingredients used in these procedures always amazes me. Like, everything here is from the kitchen, and when they say your medicine is in your kitchen, now I know what they mean. You have to see the size of this vessel. This is probably half my height, and you can imagine the amount of decoction that will get ready in this. We have different sizes and different kinds of brass vessels which are used for making different decoctions, concoctions, or treatment ointments together. So some of them are also used during therapy, some of them are used for making the stuff. Upstairs they actually have a unit where they're even making the medicines and stuff in-house. So these are things that are given here during treatment. Not only do they have different colors for the day, like today is green day, so you can see the tablecloth is green and even the staff is wearing green, but we also realize that even the food kind of follows that color pattern. So today for rasam there is lemon rasam, which is a little bit on the yellow side, but in the mains I saw palak, a lot of moong dal being used. This has been the most spectacular meal of my stay here. Both the soup and the rasam were mind-blowing. This was a lemon rasam, felt more like a very watery moong dal, but really nicely done. And then there's carrot soup. Strangely, there was also a starter there today, a moong dal cutlet, and I've never seen like a starter or an appetizer here, so I was really excited about it. I wish they had coriander chutney with it, but it's okay, I'll make do with coconut chutney. Then there was a sabzi made from banana root. Banana again, you know, goes with the whole green theme. Then there was palak and corn sabzi. In dals we had moong dal, and rice there was jeera rice, which almost felt like a pulao. I mean, their pulaos are so good, I can literally eat them by themselves. Then the rotis are regular ragi roti and wheat chapati. For sweet dish though today, I had a blast because there was kesari bath, which is rava shira, and I absolutely love it. They did it so well. I had a hard time just stopping at one and not going for like two more. For today's therapy, we followed Udvartana for the 5th day in a row. So basically Udvartana, steam, followed by Nasya. But today during Udvartana, I realized that they literally are trying to scrub off any kind of toxins that are there from the body. And this is not just for prepping the body, but also for aiding it as much as possible in the detoxification process, which is to be done with the Matra Basti or enema. It's an Ayurveda therapy that I would recommend to you, which goes beyond skincare. One of them would be Udvartana for sure. Steam in Ayurveda is extremely critical, at least for constitutions that agree with it. Coming to Nasya, this was my 3rd Nasya treatment. Nasya and Karna Dhumapana. These are two things that I've been doing since the last 3 or 4 days.
In India, we say don't dance to impress others. Just dance to express yourself. That is what we are going to see on this platform.
So today they actually have a special dance performance here, and it just feels so good to be able to witness this because it's been a while since I've seen any TV or anything. So this is like my only form of entertainment, and dance is such a beautiful thing to watch, especially Bharatnatyam, and I'm going to show you guys a glimpse of it. It's time for dinner, and the one highlight for my dinner today is kokum rasam. Now, I never thought I'll enjoy it, but the sourness of the kokum, the little bit of extra sourness coming from tamarind, and that slight sweetness at the end of it made this rasam so amazing. If you guys want to know more about the food here and how they make it, then I'd be happy to share with you another video in which the chef actually taught us a few recipes. In the night, I followed the Matra Basti again. This is the enema with a very small amount of oil, and the doctor actually explained to me this procedure a little bit better. She said that the oil helps in gathering all of the accumulated toxins from various parts of the body to one place and flush them out with the bowel movement. Welcome to another day here, and we're of course starting with breakfast. For breakfast today, there is moong dal dosa, which almost felt like a chilla, and to be honest, I was really missing the other dosas that I had the other day because I so enjoyed palak and beetroot. This one was okay. One thing that I've noticed is that of course they have fresh fruit here every day, but there's one fruit that has been there every single day, and that's papaya. And I know the reason why. There's actually a lot of papaya trees here, and I saw some last evening. Following this up with my daily ritual of walking bare feet on grass, which I find is such an amazing benefit of being in a place like this. Lunch today is actually a feast. The first thing that I lay my eyes on was the hot and sour soup. I don't know how they get the brown color in the soup. There didn't seem to be any ounce of soy sauce or vinegar in this, but it felt nice because of the veggies inside. Firstly, the quantity of veggies, secondly, the variety of veggies, and thirdly, the texture of the veggies. They were nice and crunchy. None of them was overcooked. Enjoyed a whole portion of this, moved on to some coriander rasam, which was again mind-blowing.
The rest of the spread was also so good. There was puliogare, which is tamarind rice, and it is one of my favorite things to enjoy here. Tempered with a few peanuts and chana dal, and it is so good. I felt like it needed a little bit more sourness, so I added more lime. It was amazing. The rest of the spread also, there was bhindi today, lady finger. I never thought I'll be so happy seeing bhindi. There was a radish sabzi. Then there was also a mixed beans sabzi. And for sweet dish, there was a white pumpkin halwa. Today, the doctor recommended that I follow the same line of procedure, which is Udvartana, the dry powder massage, followed by Nasya and Karna Dhumapana. So I'm just back, super fresh from today's therapy, and right now you might be wondering where exactly I am. I've just gotten to the terrace of this place to enjoy the view like even more. Actually, all around me right now is completely green. Coconut trees so close. So interestingly, this room is called Shringar, and this is part of their beauty therapies. This is like the fanciest pedicure chair I've sat in a while. Like normal parlors will have plastic bowls, but this is a brass bowl. And actually I'm wrong on calling it a pedicure. It's Pada Shubhakari, a more Ayurvedic approach to a pedicure. So let's go with it. Manjishta, who would have thought the foot soak will be in a kashaya? So this is a decoction of manjishta and rakta chandana, and this helps in removing dead skin cells. Is a neem paste, almost like a neem lep, and neem, my therapist told me, helps remove excess of heat from the body. I have never experienced anything like this before. So right now the aroma of neem has like filled the whole room. You can just smell it everywhere. And also ever since they put this on my feet, I'm getting that cooling feeling, that cooling sensation. For an even more cooling effect, you have to make a thicker paste of neem and apply it. And probably that is something which is perfect in summer. So now they're actually massaging, not with any cream or anything, but with almond oil. And the oil, I don't know if it's feeling slightly warm, but it's feeling nice. Probably after the neem lep, it's feeling a little warm. She's actually using lime to clean my nails. So lime has natural cleansing properties. I think normally lime would have had like that slight tingling and that slight burning sensation. But because they've done it right after the oil massage, it's feeling a little bit gentle. So now she's squeezed a little bit of the lemon juice, added a bit of sugar to it, and made like literally an on-the-go scrub. The next step is a Multani Mitti pack. Fuller's Earth, it's called in English. This pack is one of the best things to use for any kind of skin concern. So this is cuticle softener, vinegar with pineapple juice. I would have never thought. And this is feeling so nice and cooling. So now she's spraying rose water to get the mask off, and again there's like a whole whiff of aroma in the room. And this has been way more than just a pedicure experience. Legs overall feel soft, rejuvenated, and yeah, it's been nice. So today is day 7 of my stay here. After breakfast and stuff, I decided to come to a different route for a walk. So there's like this little almost jungle area of sorts where you can see trees after trees after trees. I think I just want to make the most of this green environment because this is like my last day here. I actually just saw peacocks. I think there were 2 peacocks and 2 peahens. My forest trail has been completed, and now I'm going to be going to do what I really enjoy doing here, walking on grass. Followed it up with regular lunch, and then it was time for treatments. So today finally the treatment that I'm going for is an Abhayanga and a Potli treatment. Abhayanga is a rigorous massage with a lot of oil, and It does feel relaxing a little bit later, but when they're doing it, there might be parts which might be a little bit more painful. The oil that they use is a herbal oil and it is warm, not too hot, so it feels really good on the skin. It is followed by a Potli treatment. I showed you guys how they make the Potli with all of the herbs and the leaves and stuff. And this is that same Potli which is dipped in an oil and then it is patted all through the body. This did have turmeric in it, which is why it is leaving a yellowish stain. This action is done by 4 therapists continuously. It is one of the most relaxing therapies in Ayurveda that I have experienced. The Potli therapy helps in balancing the doshas and it also is good to alleviate joint and muscle pain. It's also a very important treatment in helping to get rid of toxins and waste from the body and thereby leading to detoxification and rejuvenation of the body. It just removes any kind of dryness from the skin, any kind of dull skin, and also firms up the skin in one single sitting itself. So after this therapy, a shower is of course essential. That's what I did, and then they followed it up with Nasya. This is my last Nasya here, and today the intensity of the Nasya was lesser. Like I took lesser amount of steam. They used lesser amount of the medicated drops. Even the inhaling of the smoke was done for a shorter time. That's because like my sinuses and stuff have cleared up, and the gargle decoction was not that bad at all. I think today's day has been one of like the best ones in terms of the treatments that I got done. Not like I didn't enjoy Udvartana, but you know, I did it so many days in a row. So getting something new done felt like really good. And I think I have a few more things lined up for today. These are more beauty or rejuvenation related treatments, but I'm still really looking forward to them. The outside area of the cottages is just so beautiful and green. I remember last time also when I came here, I would like just sit down there and read and just relax. It's really beautiful. Probably the coolest thing that I've had to drink in 7 days. It's time for a facial with so many different natural ingredients. This feels like a milk and saffron skin cleanser that is applied all through the face and also gently massaged. After this, there's a yogurt and sugar face scrub that helps in getting rid of dead skin. After that, it is wiped off with a warm towel and followed by an oil massage. This is using almond oil, and after that indulgent massage, a bit of kumkumadi tailam is used on the face. This is a very potent facial oil containing almost 25-26 different ingredients, and it works wonders for tired and dry skin. The facial also included a bit of a back massage and some steam. And finally, it's time for a face mask. This is made of sandalwood, clay or multani mitti and rose water. And don't miss the cucumber eye patches. This was grated cucumber, so it took on to the eye so well. Let me know if this is something that you'll be trying at home as well, because it's definitely doable. Even I'm going to be following it up in spite of the large number of ingredients and steps, because the glow from this facial is just wow. Thing that we're doing is Netra Tarpana. Now this is one of my favorite therapies. I remember the first time that I got it done was right here in Indus Valley. That time I was just like, wow, the glow that brings on the face, it's mind-blowing. And of course the way the eyes feel after the therapy is so good. This is officially my last therapy here. No, actually no, I have Matra Basti after this. So second last. Triphala Kashayam going in the eyes. It does burn ever so slightly, just for like the first 2 minutes. Now she's actually rolling to make that well around the eyes. And this is made of flour. Which flour? Wheat flour. This is made of wheat flour. Have to ensure that the flour is sealed properly towards the skin, otherwise the ghee will drip off. Alright, now the ghee is going in. It's lukewarm. It's hard to open our eyes with this. All I can see is a yellow layer.
Keep open.
I think right now the only thing that I can see is a whole big layer of oil, and strangely my eyes are not burning so much. Like they're open mostly. I am blinking. You know, when there's an oil spill, how that feels. That's exactly what I'm seeing. And I feel like this has been the most smoothest Netra Tarpan because I barely got any discomfort, at least so far.
This is especially good for IT people and who are
On screen.
yes, on skin
Dry
working,
eyes
yes,
and all.
dry eyes and drivers,
Yeah.
like that.
Too much eye strain.
Yes.
Now you will put more ghee or finished?
No, I have to put more.
Oh.
2 more times.
We're going in for round 2. You know that feeling when ghee is pouring in your eyes? It's almost feeling like Shirodhara but for the eyes. Because it's that constant flow, at least for a few seconds, until you have to retain it. So this is round 3 and hopefully this will be the final one. Alright, now it's time to peel this off. So absolutely no screens tonight. It's gonna be a tough night. And no washing face also.
Yes, with plain water.
Only
no
plain
soap.
water, no soap. Okay. Actually giving me a little bit of a foot massage. She shut off the light so that I don't get exposed to too much bright light, otherwise that can cause headache after this. So yeah, that is it from this treatment. I'm going to finish off dinner and see you guys tomorrow. Seven days literally just flew by, and these felt like 7 days of rediscovering myself, and there are already so many things that I feel like have improved. I can definitely feel a difference with respect to my sleep pattern, eating habits, weight, skin texture, and these were observations that I made together with my doctor. Honestly, the biggest benefit for me from this stay is feeling like myself again, less stressed, more energetic, and now I know at least which areas of health I need to work on. I also realized how messed up my routine was, and I truly believe in the power of eating, sleeping, working out at the same time every day. This kind of an atmosphere is peaceful, relaxing, and even if you're just here to experience the stay with someone, it is such a beautiful place to be in. In terms of stay options, the property offers rooms, slightly bigger rooms, slightly more compact rooms, and of course cottages. The cottage stay here is an experience. It's like living in nature. If you have any special dietary requirements recommended by your doctor on consult, then they do end up taking care of it and sending those to you either directly to your room or at the dining hall itself. I'm grateful to the team at Indus Valley Ayurvedic Centre, Mysuru, for helping this experience happen. Their therapists and other staff members have been patient with me while I record my experience for sharing with you guys. I'm going to leave details about them in the description box below. For packages, I recommend you call them because it may differ as per your line of treatment. Do check out the links given in the description box below for more details. For me, this has been a hosted experience. So that is really it from me in this video. I hope you guys enjoyed my experience, and I really thoroughly enjoyed here. And I'm taking away with me a lot of things that can help me improve my daily life and my routine, of course. And let me know if you guys would like to see videos on that. If you thought this video was good and you enjoyed watching it and you found it helpful, then make sure you give it that thumbs up to support my channel, and share this video with all of your friends and family who could benefit from it, and subscribe to my channel for more. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.